In 2050, the Kepler 822 is an underwater research and drilling facility operated by Tien Industries at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Mechanical engineer Nora Price narrates her feelings of losing track of time due to being down there as long as she has. Moments later, an earthquake strikes the station. Nora rushes with co-worker Rodrigo Nagenda to safety, being forced to leave several others trapped as water fills the area. A small explosion occurs and knocks Nora out. After waking up, Nora and Rodrigo move forward to find evacuation pods. They find Paul Abel trapped under debris and free him while finding another dead man nearby. Soon, the three reconvene with Captain Lucien and biologist/engineer couple Emily and Liam. They find that the pods are all gone, but Lucien suggests they make their way to the nearby Roebuck station to find a way out. Despite Nora protesting that it's risky, Lucien says it may be their only way out. The crew dons pressurized suits to make their way to Roebuck. As they ride an elevator upwards, Rodrigo's helmet cracks until it breaks completely and causes him to burst messily from the depressurization as the water comes in. As they move forward, Paul mourns and remembers Rodrigo. Nora looks on at a picture of her with her fiancé. Continuing to move on, Liam and Paul head out to investigate after the crew received a distress beacon from one of the evac pods. They find a body inside the pod with a small creature attached to it. It tries to attack, but Liam kills it and it is brought in for inspection. Emily notes that it is part of a long-gone ancient species. Heading further toward the Roebuck, the Kepler station explodes, sending debris toward the crew. Liam gets hit and suffers a damaged oxygen tank plus fume inhalation, but the others bring him in and help him. They go through the access tunnel to recharge their suits, but Liam's tank is severely busted. When they keep going, Paul is pulled underwater by one of the creatures before ultimately getting ripped apart while the others are forced to watch. The remaining four make their way to the Midway station, having to accommodate Liam since his damaged suit will cause him to breathe in more fumes. Lucien tries to call for help but no avail. Liam observes the destroyed drill through the window and questions how it happened given its immense weight. Emily blames that this is happening due to the drilling work they have been doing and it's unsafe for anyone to remain in the area, which Nora affirms. The crew notices the window beginning to crack and acknowledges the need to leave. However, they worry about Liam's suit being unable to withstand the journey. Despite Liam's suggestion that he will slow them down, the others refuse to abandon him and decide to support him during their escape. The four of them decide to cross the ocean floor, but soon a creature emerges and begins swimming around them. Despite turning off their suit lights, the creature continues to appear, eventually seizing Liam and taking him to a nearby cave. Though Liam's foot remains visible at the cave's entrance, Lucien ventures in and manages to locate him alive, hauling him to safety. After returning Liam to the others, Lucien re-enters the cave to retrieve a gun, but the creature reappears and drags him and Nora, who is tethered to him via wires, deeper into the cave. Nora ends up on a floating platform while Lucien becomes entangled on the edge. Despite her intentions to assist him, the creature draws near and attempts to breach her helmet. Lucien intervenes, grappling with the creature and causing them both to descend deeper into the water, where the pressure threatens to kill them both. In a selfless act, Lucien unfastens his suit from Nora's, allowing her to float away before he succumbs to the pressure and implodes. Nora loses consciousness for a brief period and awakens to discover her suit is malfunctioning. Nora makes it onto the Shepherd station where she finds work from Lucien that indicates he may have known something about the creatures. She also finds a picture of Lucien's daughter, whom he had been mentioning for a while, revealed to have been dead for some time. She also finds a map of the drilling site in Lucien's old locker. Nora then tries to contact Liam and Emily but gets no response. After sitting in despair for a moment, Nora picks herself up, gets a new suit, and continues for Roebuck. Before leaving, she grabs a flare gun. Outside on the ocean floor, Nora finds Emily dragging Liam and goes to help. Together they drag Liam across the ocean floor and successfully make it to the after succeeding, they finally make it to the Roebuck station. However, there appears to be a whole nest of creatures on the ceiling, seemingly sleeping or hibernating. The girls make an attempt to sneak through the area by switching off their suit lights, but their plan goes awry when Emily's oxygen alarm goes off, alerting one of the creatures to their presence. In a struggle, Nora is ensnared by the creature, compelling her to order Emily to take Liam and flee to the exit. With the creature attempting to swallow her, Nora produces her flare gun and shoots from within its jaws, freeing herself. As the other creatures awaken, Nora readies a second flare bullet, but before she can fire, she witnesses the creatures being lifted by a massive, growling being. Awestruck, she shoots the flare gun into the distance, only to realize that the creature approaching her is the legendary Cthulhu. Nora attempts to flee, but the monster lands behind her, triggering an explosion that renders her unconscious. Fortunately, Emily saves Nora by dragging her into the station, but Nora's helmet is stuck, and she's rapidly running out of air. Emily uses a fire extinguisher to shatter the helmet, allowing Nora to breathe again. Once Liam is out of his suit, the three flee through a series of corridors until they reach the control room, where they can observe Cthulhu and its minions through the windows. Nora consults the station map on the computer and leads her crewmates to the pod bay, as the station gradually floods and emergency systems lock several doors. There are 3 pods available, but only 2 are functional, which Nora keeps to herself. After putting Liam inside one of the pods, Nora tries to convince Emily to take the last one. Despite her protests, Nora has to knock Emily into the pod and reassures that everything will be okay before releasing her. Just as Emily and Liam's pods are heading out, the creatures proceed to follow them. Not long after, the large leader monster, Cthulhu, emerges and starts attacking Roebuck. Refusing to feel helpless during her final moments, Nora devises a plan. Recalling Emily's statement about the station possessing an excessive amount of stored energy with nowhere to go, Nora raises the energy levels in the station in order to overload of the Roebuck's nuclear core. This results in a massive explosion that destroys Cthulhu, its minions, and Nora allowing the pods to depart safely. During her last moments, she reflects on her time there and appears to be at peace with her choice, even smiling slightly as the leader and its monsters go down with her. The film concludes with a series of news articles and reports, stating that all information regarding the incident is confidential, and survivors are prohibited from speaking about it. The surveillance footage has been destroyed due to the explosion. Tien Industries is doing all they can to silence their testimonies and refuse to be involved in investigation as they prepare to continue their work and expand their drilling efforts in the ocean. This is Movie Breakdown. Thanks for watching and don't forget to hit subscribe.